Yesterday I did put the lecture on Edmodo, so if you ever need to go back and reference anything in those, I'm going to try to get in the habit of doing this. All right, so we're going to do some more practice writing dot structures today. So yesterday we did dot structures with single bonds. Alana? Still what? 8.2? Yes, this is still 8.2. Today we're going to do some dot structures that contain double bonds. How many electrons are shared in a single bond? How many do you think are shared in a double bond? 4. That's 2 pairs. How many do you think are shared in a triple bond? 6. That's 3 pairs. All right, so it's pretty self-explanatory there. So let's just do some samples together, and then I have a worksheet for you all to do some more problems. Let's see, the first one, let's look at something like C2H4. Now, where does hydrogen always go when you write a Lewis structure? On the outside. Where's carbon always go? In the middle. So let's go ahead and line these up. You're going to put your carbons in the middle. Hydrogens go on the outside of either carbon, of each carbon. Actually, we've got 4 hydrogens. We know that each hydrogen has 1 valence electron. How many does carbon have? 4. All right. How many does hydrogen need to be happy? 2. So let's go ahead and start satisfying our hydrogens. And so now all your hydrogens, by sharing with the carbons, they've got their 2 electrons that they need. That gives each carbon now 6, because this carbon, if we just look at this carbon, it has 1 from each of these hydrogens, so it had 4, now it's got 2 more, which is 6. So it needs to share with the other carbon. That gives it 7, and then it's going to share these, which will give it 8, and this carbon is the exact same way. Now it has 2, 4, 6, 8. And if you rewrite that using dashes, this is going to be the structural formula. This is what you end up with. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm telling you, it's just not my day today. I had a rough first period today. I went to bed early, so I don't know what the problem is. All right, let's do another one. Another one that has a double bond. Let's look at oxygen. Now, oxygen is one of those diatomic molecules. It's part of the Brinkelhoff elements. Hi, Madeline.
Yeah, maybe
What class are you in AE right now? Miss Samuels has it.
Okay.
She's in the library.
Okay.
You're welcome. Okay. This is one of the Brinkelhoff elements, O2. It exists as a diatomic molecule. So how many valence electrons does oxygen have? Say that again. And there's no rhyme or reason as to how I'm pairing up my dots. I just try to keep my single, I try to keep them single as I go toward the middle, because that's where I'm going to start pairing up electrons to share. So each oxygen has 6, so each oxygen needs 2 more to get 8. So by sharing these 2 and these 2, you end up with a structure that looks like this. And I'll go ahead and put my lone pairs on these just to keep it clear. And this is the structural formula for O2. Any questions on that one? All right. Let me do one more with you all. Let's graduate to a triple bond. Let's do C2H2. The one I kept trying to do earlier. C2H2, not C2H4. So this is very similar, except you only have 2 H's and not 4. So I'm going to put my 1 valence electron for each of my hydrogens. And then carbon has 4 valence electrons. All right, so let's start sharing. We're going to make our hydrogens happy. And so now that gives this carbon 5. That gives this carbon 5. So if you share the ones in the middle, that gives each carbon 6. Now we're going to have to share these and these to make 8. So now we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 for this carbon. And now this carbon has 2, 4, 6, 8. And so to rewrite that into the structural formula, this is what that looks like. So our triple bond is represented with 3 dashes now. Double bonds are represented with 2 dashes, and then the single bonds are represented with 1 dash. Was Miss Samuels there?
Yeah, she said she goes upstairs. She said she didn't want to.
Okay. Give me 1 minute. Go back to, I'll be up there in a minute. Go on back up to Miss Shearson's class. All right. I'm done with for what I want to do. I'm going to let you all work on your own now. I've got a practice sheet for you all. Okay, on this worksheet, only do the group A and the group C.